back on home soil and aiming to maintain an unbeaten record here this season at the Stadium of Light. It's Sunderland taking on Bournemouth this afternoon, and the Black Cats are hoping for a fourth home win and a victory that will lift them into the top four once again. Both Sunderland and Bournemouth have gone 3 games without a win and sit on identical records in the Premier League table on 19 points. So, Trey Hume and Lutzel Geertruida drop to the bench. Hume not starting for the first time this season. Omar Alderete returns at centre-back. Nordi Mukiele will move to right-back. And Shamsdeen Tolby comes in to start on the left, with Enzo Lefebvre expected to move more central. Romain Mundell is also fully recovered from his thigh injury and is named amongst the substitutes for the first time this season. Evan Nielsen gets us underway over 8 years since the last meeting between these two. In fact, there have only been 8 league meetings in history, Sunderland winning 4 of those, and another big 3 points up for grabs today. It's a big week, isn't it, with games to come at Liverpool on Wednesday and Manchester City next Saturday. Here's Tyler Adams for Bournemouth, spreading it out wide to Semenyo on that left-hand side into the penalty area immediately, and that will be a goal kick after the double ricochet off Tavernier, just helped Dan Ballard out. Picked up here by Bournemouth, who are trying to feed it forward for Evan Nielsen, the Brazilian leading the line. Here's Traore. Traore faced by Senesi. Traore deflects into the penalty area for Smith to clear. Here's Granit Xhaka. Sunderland looking for a positive start. Enzo Lefebvre feeds Tolby. Tolby. Xhaka inside for Lefebvre. Lefebvre's cut back. Tolby, oh, should have done better. That was a big early chance for Sunderland. Enzo Lefebvre easily got in behind, and the cut back there. The shot, I think, was just about on target. Semenyo, who had 7 games at Sunderland on loan, of course, back in 2020. So they know all about him. I think most do in the Premier League, as Sunderland push forward now with Tolby again. It is a bright opening. Tolby! Oh, he tried to curl it to the far post and didn't succeed. But Sunderland starting in positive vein. Senesi. Semenyo the target, and Mukiele slipped. Here is Semenyo driving it in and off the post and then turned home. Well, Sunderland undone. That is a setback for Sunderland after such a bright opening. Still Traore, he's done well there, he might get a shot away. Shot is blocked. It was a tame one, really. Here's Reinildo lifting it in. That's a decent ball. The keeper comes to punch away. Xhaka keeping it alive and driven in back towards Isidore. And Lefebvre's ball goes behind for the corner. Plenty lined up on the edge of the box, and Xhaka goes short for Tolby. It wasn't a great return ball. Tolby retrieves and keeps possession with Sunderland. Not so, in fact. It's picked up by Tyler Adams. Adams sees Roofs off his line. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! From distance, Tyler Adams strikes beautifully. So, an immediate response would be very welcome. Trying to pick out Dan Ballard. That will be another Sunderland corner. And Xhaka goes across the take. I'm not sure he'll go short this time after the mess they made of the last one over on that right-hand side. Granit Xhaka. That's deep, and that's curling in. Wow, so close. Keeper did well in the end. Referee had blown his whistle anyway. Petrovic scrambling here. And if he hadn't got that touch, it was going in. But the referee had blown anyway. Here he is on the ball. Traore. So he needs to keep his head as Truffer defends and puts the ball out for what will be a Mukiele long throw, I would feel. Here goes. Mukiele goes near post, finds its way through to Isidore. He's having his shirt pulled there. The referee didn't have his eye on that, or if he did, he chose to ignore it. Here's Alderete, Enzo Lefebvre, Traore, man down inside the penalty area, and the referee's going to stop play now. He might just have awarded Sunderland a penalty here. Put a foul on Reinildo. Alex Scott in with the challenge, and the referee is pointing to the penalty spot. Enzo Lefebvre, this is a big moment in the game. A pivotal moment in this game, with Sunderland 2 goals down. Enzo Lefebvre blasts it home. Comprehensive finish from the penalty spot by the 25-year-old Frenchman. Enzo Lefebvre gets his second of the season. They both come from the penalty spot, but that was emphatic. And Sunderland are back in this game. How important is that as we approach the half-hour mark? Sunderland 1, Bournemouth 2. You're not stopping that. No goalkeepers saving that. With the chairman watching on. Safely nice and dry up there. It's been quite a watch, the opening half an hour. Near post, it's not a great corner. It's easy for Bournemouth to pick up and try and make progress, but Evan Nielsen has lost it. Enzo Lefebvre might have a crack from distance. He does! Side netting, not too far away from Enzo Lefebvre. It's been quite a watch. We have another 45 minutes. Half-time at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland 1, Bournemouth 2. Granit Xhaka leaves it for Enzo Lefebvre. Lefebvre's delivery is headed back into the path of Bertrand Traore here. Traore has found Xhaka, who uses Lefebvre again. Xhaka once more. Xhaka's worked it into Traore. Traore, brilliant! What a response! 53 seconds into the second half, and Bertrand Traore has his first goal for the club, and Sunderland are level. That is the way to start a second period. Brilliant. Some fans still taking their seats for the second half. Brilliantly worked. Now, Evan Nielsen, or Tavernier, has found its way through to Semenyo. Semenyo, it's 3-2 Bournemouth. Well, is there a flag up on the far side? Evan Nielsen has got that final touch on the goal line. The flag is up. The flag is up. He did look offside to me as Semenyo squeezed that ball through. Alderete. Ballard. Touch from Traore. Now he'll pick up and go. This is an opportunity for Sunderland. Traore, oh, he tried to go alone. He had Isidore to his left, but he opted to try and go all the way and lost out. So the goal scorer, or the man who got the equalising goal, Trey Hume, is his replacement. Nelson Isidore also making way. And And Bobby coming on for him. And Granit Xhaka will deliver. Xhaka goes near post, headed away. Evan Nielsen back with Xhaka. That's a decent ball in, and it'll fall. Sunderland's way, will it? No. Scrambled away by Bournemouth, who were on the break themselves. Xhaka's ball in behind. Wasn't a bad one. Looking for Mundell. Enzo Lefebvre to deliver. It's a decent one, and it's headed home. Brilliantly done by Brian Brobby. Oh, what a header. Sunderland have completed the turnaround from 2-0 down. They lead 3-2. It looks so simple. He made it look simple. It's his second for the club, and it's one that gives Sunderland the lead here this afternoon on Wearside. He held off Lewis Cook and he guided his header home. Petrovic could get nowhere near it. Into the penalty area for David Brooks. Brooks on target, Roof's right behind it, as you'd expect. Trying to squeeze it through into the penalty area and continue his run. Kluivert for Brooks. Brooks goes wide for Cook, who chips it deep. He breaks up the penalty area for that. Off the crossbar from Tavernier's effort. What a shot that was. Roofs was beaten, but the crossbar comes to Sunderland's rescue. And here's Mundell down the other end now for Sunderland. On we go, in the rain. The rain relentless throughout. Players down left, right and centre. And another free kick, this time in Sunderland's favour. And he requires a bit of treatment, and there's a red card being brandished here, I think. That is why Lewis Cook sees red for the elbow in the face of Noah Siddiqui. Here's Unal. Can't find a Bournemouth player, and it's cleared and will be chased by Siddiqui. And that is it. Sunderland never say die. What a comeback this afternoon. From 2-0 down, Sunderland have beaten Bournemouth by 3 goals to 2.